All right, welcome back to the Animal House. So, we have a lot going on with this border crisis problem, and I'm going to call it an invasion because that's what I think it is. If you look at the people, the videos of the people coming over the border, it definitely looks like an invasion to me. You know, you have roughly 10,000 people a day coming across the border, a completely open, unwatched border in Canada, and a vaguely, barely watched one on the southern border. And these are, not Central or South Americans coming across the border like we've kind of always had. These are from everywhere: Africa, China, the Middle East, Azerbaijan, all these places. This is insane. So, what we're going to talk about here is kind of a thought experiment with what it says on the Statue of Liberty versus kind of what stance we're taking these days on the topic. So, this is a thought experiment. I just want to do this to kind of give people some perspective. Again, am a constitutional libertarian. I tend to like to let people do what they want to do as long as it doesn't harm anybody else. And in this case, this situation, I believe, is doing a lot of harm. Not for just the drugs coming over the border, but the sex trafficking, the human trafficking kind of done by our government. It's just extremely dangerous, and it's unchecked, it's unmatched. So the Statue of Liberty bears the famous inscription, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse, teeming, send these, the homeless, tempest toast to me. I lift up my lamp beside the golden door." This statement is often interpreted as a symbol to welcome and openness to immigrants, which in certain instances I think it is. This is the land of the free. This is the place where you go to have the American dream, whatever that may be. But from a conservative libertarian's perspective, there might be a recognition of the historical context of it, which the Statue of Liberty was erected celebrating the principles of liberty and freedom in the United States was founded upon. However, the perspective also might be to emphasize the importance of a limited government, individual rights, and the rule of law. And I think that's the point where people are, once again, trying to take a historical context and kind of manipulate it to a current issue when, words have meaning, words have context, and these are things that people tend to want to, toss out because they want to interpret things the way that they choose. In terms of closed borders with a healthy immigration policy, a conservative libertarian viewpoint would agree to secure the borders, maintain the rule of law, national security. The emphasis could be on ensuring the immigration process to be fair. I will admit that our immigration rules need to be updated, and it probably shouldn't act like the DMV here in the United States, where it's snail slow and completely congested. So yeah, we do need to take a look at our border policies and our immigration policies, but that's a long cry away from just saying fuck it and opening the borders. While closed borders may be seen as a measure to control the influx of people, a healthy immigration policy could be designed to facilitate the entry of individuals that contribute positively to society, uphold the values of individual freedom, and are willing to abide by the laws of the land. And that's what we see is not happening. Not only by the people coming across the border, the people that are currently here that didn't come in legally, and then now some of our politicians and our representatives. Mayorkas should be fired because he's absolutely in dereliction of his job in multiple different ways. Our president is a fucking joke, and he's an absolute piece of shit and a complete fucking criminal. His son is a crackhead and, is responsible for, sex trafficking and hiring prostitutes from one state, having them fly over, having sex with them, taking video, photography, whatever, and then sending them back. And then on top of that, trying to write it off on his fucking taxes. So this all this shit is fucking corrupt, and then they're trying to spoon feed it to us like it's all okay. You know, they're like, here, eat this shit sandwich. Doesn't it taste like ice cream? Fuck you. And the perspective seeks a balance between the principles of a limited government, individual rights, and the need for secure and orderly immigration system. The important thing to note, political views can vary, okay? Ideological, uh, religious, financial, all that stuff. But we do need to find common ground here. And that's not saying that, you know, closed borders is racist or this. That's fucking stupid. Okay? That is people trying to, you know, use their fucking useless emotions to try to justify, like, oh, my grandparents came from here, so therefore I think everybody from there should be able to come here. No. Okay? No. And everybody wants to use this like, oh, well, the Native Americans were here. They didn't invite everybody to come over here. Sure, we can't keep paying for shit that happened in the past, but we currently can move forward in an orderly fashion. So I'm not saying that what happened to the Native Americans was good. It absolutely was not. You know, but we can also understand that we cannot pay for stuff that happened in the past that we currently had nothing to do with. Okay? Now we can acknowledge that we made some mistakes and use that to move forward and not to continue to make mistakes. But that's why history is important. That's why I started doing this channel, is because I wanted to give people a breakdown of context and show people that it is okay to be intellectually honest and be able to move forward. Again, it's just a thought experiment, but I thought it was important.